Today we're dealing with the fallout from yesterday's brainstorm. The ideas may be brilliant, but putting them into understandable language is going to be a challenge. I'm Jeff Jower.
And I'm Rick Levine for Planet Pulse on this Thursday, February 27th. We have the moon in brilliant and eccentric Aquarius, and Mercury retrograde is there too, and the two of them are kind of aiming at each other. They got their eyes for each other.
Well, the smart guys have maybe been getting into the cooking wine or something, because the moon in
Right.
Aquarius is pretty darn smart, and Mercury is very smart, but the challenge is that Mercury is virtually standing still. It doesn't come to a full stop until tomorrow, when it ends its 3-week retrograde cycle and begins moving forward again. But when planets are barely moving, they weigh heavily and they are difficult to use.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is that as Mercury, like a pendulum swinging back and forth, in order for it to go from retrograde to direct, it has to stop to change directions. And today, as it's slowing down to stop, not only does it line up with the moon in brilliant Aquarius, but the pair of them both make 90-degree angles. Actually, it's the moon that touches one and then touches the other. It makes a square with Saturn, and Saturn says, not on your life.
Saturn doubly says not on your life. Saturn
Not
is,
on your life, not on your life.
nor your death, because Saturn is the planet of no, which is really meant not to stop things, but to make sure they're real enough to invest in.
Unless it's in Scorpio.
Well, right, and unless it's in Scorpio. And brilliant Mercury and the moon in Aquarius are living in the future, and Saturn in Scorpio is living in the Middle Ages. So we've got some convincing to do, or some struggling to deal with our own old fears or limits or fears in existing institutions before we can push the new stuff ahead. I'm Jeff Jower.
And for Planet Pulse, I'm Rick Levine.